Artificial intelligence is often seen as a perfect technology, free from human errors. But this view is misleading. AI is not neutral. It learns from our data, our choices, our patterns. In reality, it reflects and amplifies our cognitive biases, exposing the very limits of our managerial rationality. Let's take confirmation bias, this tendency to seek out information that validates our existing beliefs. If an AI is used to evaluate strategies or performances based on biased data, it will effectively reinforce existing practices instead of encouraging bolder exploration. As a result, it reinforces certainties where doubt would be necessary. Another example is availability bias. Favor what is recent or visible. Algorithms, by extracting salient data, exacerbate this tendency. In management, this can lead to ignoring weak signals or emerging opportunities in favor of already dominant trends. Rather than broadening perspectives, AI risks trapping decision makers in a conformist and narrow view. Anchoring bias may be the most insidious. Rather than broadening perspectives, AI risks trapping decision makers in a conformist and narrow view. Anchoring bias is perhaps the most insidious, placing excessive importance on the first piece of information received. Indeed, if AI relies on partial or biased data from the start, its recommendations will remain fixed around that initial anchor, without incorporating the nuances of changes. In management, this could maintain a negative perception of an employee due to a past mistake, for example. These illustrations reveal a reality: disturbing. AI, instead of correcting our biases, can end up amplifying them and making them even more persuasive. In the face of this dynamic, the role of the manager becomes even more essential, namely to guide and frame the use of AI to avoid these pitfalls. To avoid such pitfalls and harness the full potential of AI, the manager must therefore reinvent themselves around three fundamental axes. First of all, ensuring data quality. The manager must ensure that the data used by AI is diverse, reliable, and contextualized. This indeed involves a rigorous attention to their source, relevance, and diversity to avoid reproducing or worsening existing biases. Increased vigilance thus allows for fairer analyses and decisions. Better informed, the second axis is combining rigor and intuition. The manager becomes the craftsman of a subtle balance between the analytical precision of AI and their own human judgment. If AI excels at processing data, it's the human who brings an understanding of emotional dynamics, cultural nuances, and contextual surprises. This combination is essential for decisions that are both informed and suited to real complexity. Finally, questioning one's own patterns. AI doesn't just reflect the biases of machines. It also reveals our own cognitive biases. The manager must therefore cultivate an introspective stance capable of questioning their intuitions, valuing contradiction, and embracing counterintuitive approaches. In conclusion, the balance between human and machine is fundamental. These three axes we've mentioned show that AI, far from diminishing the role of the manager, requires them to have more refined and strategic skills. Cognitive biases, far from being mere flaws, become powerful indicators. It demands more refined and strategic skills from them. Cognitive biases, far from being mere flaws, become powerful indicators. They invite us to rethink management practices and recognize that decision-making is never purely rational. It also relies on a subtle intuition and the ability to improvise in the face of the unexpected. The manager of tomorrow should not just be a passive user of AI to improvise in the face of the unexpected. The manager of tomorrow must therefore not be content to be a passive user of AI. He must become a designer of solutions, taking advantage of technology while integrating the emotional and contextual elements specific to each situation. By transforming cognitive limits into opportunities for learning and innovation, they will harness the power of AI to enrich, not replace, their unique ability to make sense of things. Because where AI stops, true human talent begins, the ability to understand, connect, and inspire. Because where AI stops, true human talent begins, the ability to understand, connect, and inspire.